Statistics Canada acknowledges skewing medical assistance in dying death numbers downward. The agency admitted on X, formerly known as Twitter, to altering the national death statistics by attributing deaths to an underlying condition for which the medically enabled government-sanctioned homicide occurred, rather than the act of medical assistance in dying itself.
Medical assistance in dying is an extremely difficult and personal issue for individuals and families. As a government, we need to make sure that the framework and the resources are in place for people to make informed and proper decisions.
Statistics Canada offloaded the blame to the United Nations, as Statistics Canada follows the World Health Organization's means of cataloging deaths, which uses attribution to an underlying condition. The latest data indicates that there were 10,029 medically assisted deaths in Canada in 2021. That's an increase of over one-third, 34.7%. from the 7,446 deaths in 2020. Medical assistance in dying, or MAID, accounted for 3.3% of all deaths in Canada in 2021, up from 2.4% of all reported deaths in the previous year. But given what we know about how Statistics Canada counts the data, the numbers are likely far, far worse. For example, the College of Surgeons of Ontario, in Canada's most populous province, advises doctors not to record euthanasia as a cause of death in their draft policy. Look at this. When completing the medical certificate of death, physicians must list the illness, disease, or disability leading to the request for medical assistance in dying as the cause of death, and must not make any reference to medical assistance in dying or the medications administered on the certificate. In Canada, the underlying condition for which someone can access euthanasia does not have to be fatal or even degenerative, for that matter. The protocols are limited to, quote, grievous and irredeemable medical conditions, which include a serious illness, a disease or disability, or an advanced state of decline that cannot be reversed, as is the case with just being alive, or the applicant may be experiencing, quote, unbearable physical or mental suffering from their illness, disease, disability, or state of decline that cannot be relieved under conditions that the patient considers acceptable. But this is Canada. Our rationed public health care system means many people trying to access health care are experiencing, quote, unacceptable conditions, which puts them in, quote, unbearable physical and mental suffering. Hip replacements can take up to 18 months here in Alberta. The Canadian Institute for Health Information's most recent wait time figures show that just 65% of hip replacements and 59% of knee replacements were done within the national standard of 6 months after consultation with a surgeon, meaning many of the people waiting for orthopedic surgery in Canada could qualify for medical assistance in dying under the current regulations. Canadians have already accessed euthanasia due to homelessness, loneliness, lockdowns, and diabetes. Veterans have been offered euthanasia rather than better access to veteran services. And it's only going to get worse.
For Christine Gauthier, the fight to get a wheelchair lift in her home has been an uphill battle.
I have to crawl down the stairs on my butt with the wheelchair in front of me to be able to access my house.
While pleading her case to a Veterans Affairs case manager over the phone in 2019, she was told something that would leave her feeling shocked.
If things are so hard at this point and you just can't keep going on, and you know we can assist you with aid to die.
Because in 4 short months from now, March 2024, people whose only underlying condition is mental illness will be able to qualify for euthanasia.
We have heard concerns of Canadians and experts about whether the healthcare system will be ready to accommodate MAID requests for persons whose sole medical condition is a mental illness by March 17th, 2023.
To sign the petition calling on the federal government to remove barriers to care rather than offering suicide, please visit helpnothomicide.com. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. To sign the Rebel News petition calling on the federal government to end this culture of death sweeping across Canada, go to helpnothomicide.com. maid.com.